In this video, we want to go over how to properly set up the mat in the Gc2 here once you're in the practice zone. So if you are a right-handed player, where the mat is very essential. It's also essential for a lefty, but we'll get to that. So for a righty, what I want you to do is make sure that the mat is flush against this, this other hitting turf here that we use when we're outdoors. And then for a right-handed player, what you'll see is that the left corner of the mat is going to hang over the edge of the forward hitting turf, maybe 2, 3, 4 inches. The goal being, when you set up here, we want the golf ball to kind of be right on the line of the center line of the driving range. That way you kind of get the best feedback that you can here. We've put some tape where the Gc2 needs to go. This is kind of an approximation. You may have to move the monitor just a bit depending on if it's picking up the ball. So if you remember, the green light will indicate that the ball is in range and ready to hit. So then if I move the golf ball out of the way, you'll see it turns red. Ideally, just to make your practice session go a little quicker, you want it to where you want to hit the ball to where it's right next to this rubber tee. Therefore, if you're hitting driver or irons, it'll always pick up the shot and you won't have to move the monitor. The last thing that we'll show here is kind of show you a quick calibration process, because how the monitor is tilted will affect which way the golf ball starts. So what I would recommend is when you first come in here, go to our driving range mode here, and then what Sarah is going to do is she's going to take the 7-iron here and she's going to hit just like a little chip shot, about a 15-yard 7-iron chip. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch where the ball hits the net. So you can see here the ball hit the net just right at the center line, and then it looks like it pretty much took off right on the center line. So if we want to adjust that to make sure that basically the ball looks like it's taking off wherever we hit it, we'll go ahead and just tilt the Gc2. So we'll take the left side of the Gc2 and pull it closer to the mat here and just tilt the monitor ever so slightly. There's no exact process for this. It's just a little bit of trial and error. So this is going to let us change the start direction here. So now if she tries again, the goal basically is just to try to get it to look on the screen. So just right and just right. So we'd say that would be pretty good right there. Obviously it doesn't have to be perfect on the screen, but as close as we can get it as possible is key. So just remember here, the mat needs to be flush against the turf here with about 2 or 3 inches of the mat hanging over the edge. Gc2 is going to go somewhere in our pink tape. Remember, the Gc2 is going to go ahead of the golf ball here. Now, if you're a lefty, there's another video we've got on left-handed setup. Remember, the goal is always to get the golf ball pretty close to in line with the center of the range here, just to give us kind of the best look.